Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back with the first Spfl show of 2020. As you can see, it's a full house, which some of you may be happy about. Wonder who. But before we get anywhere sorry, Ryan. Before we get anywhere near that.
It's difficult for myself to enjoy here. Very difficult.
Before we get into some talking points, let's introduce the guest and let's start off with the man that's bottom right today. He's moving on up there and it's Gogsy99er. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, brother.
It's good to be back.
Is it still 2019 where your internet is? Is that what that is?
Oh, no, it's still 2009, mate.
Is it just me or is Gogsy a ventriloquist in this situation here?
Aye, I'm getting that. I'm getting that
as well. I was wondering.
I just see a face with voice.
It's like dead silence. There's just a guy underneath just controlling him. Love
I
it.
hope that at some point he's to catch up with his video and we're not looking at this bit. Oh well.
Beautiful.
I know it's pretty shit, but I'm back home for the weekend. So
you didn't get new Wi-Fi for Christmas, did you, Gogsy? That's the only thing we wish for. The only thing we wish for.
I know. Pretty shit, isn't it?
Is it brutal, mate? Brutal. But anyway, let's move on to the man who's wearing orange.
Carry on.
Which always has a space on this channel, and it's Mr. Sharpdiv himself. All right, Daniel, no seen you in ages.
I mean, it's been about a day. Honestly,
probably
my legs and bits, mate. Absolute bits. Very sore.
We should probably
put context on it.
Because it's getting weird.
I hit 1,000 penalties in a row yesterday. You know.
Yep. And
so my legs in agony.
I didn't help.
Took about 3 hours.
Aye, so I don't care how you've got a groin left, but shout out to you, son. And then Ryan118, the man has been hotly requested on this channel for a while, or even to upload a certain video on your channel. But how's it, mate?
Honestly, you should see the comment sections in the last 4 videos I've uploaded. Get a rest! It's gone. It's done. It's finished. But you know what?
Yes, it is.
Happy New Year. And it's good to be back. I'm looking forward to a successful 12 months of the show, another year.
Another year down. Let's do it. That's going to be interesting how the rest of the season goes for you, Ryan, the way things are looking now. But anyway, let's shout out to everyone who's in the comments. I want to give JVC Cam a wee bit of love as well because he's been waiting for this show to go on for a wee while. So shout out to the legend himself. He never misses a show. But yeah, we're going to be doing a wee transfer edition before we talk about some results and we're going to have our says and stuff like that. But before we get near the transfers and before we get near the predictions, I'm going to give you what you want. All right, I'm going to fire over to Ryan118. Ryan, there's a certain result that you've not had your say on yet, and I've touched on it. I've tried to give you 2 softballs there, but no, I just can't be asked. I want your opinion on it, and the people want it. So give the people what they want.
Oh, it was an absolute calamity at Celtic Park. I mean, to say the least. I mean, not for yous. Yous would have loved it.
I fucking loved it. This is the bloody all the Celtic fans that I've just been seeing in my comment section since that result. It's been beautiful.
Honestly, the comment section on both sides has been absolutely tremendous. I can imagine. Look, the game's past now. I know people want to hear my thoughts on the game and such. Very simply, I can put it as, there was on Rangers' side, fair play. You came to Celtic Park and, once again, similar to the performance at Hampden, we went in the game, yous were all over us, and we got what we deserved. There was no point in the game where it looked as though Celtic, from Ryan Christie missing a penalty right into the final whistle, it was just horrible to watch. And let's hope that Neil Lennon will learn from the mistakes and moving on into the next game. Hopefully we can go back to Ibrox and recreate something along the lines of what we did at the start of the season. But there's still a long way to go. I think to say on either side of this game would have decided the title challenge is ridiculous. There's a long, long way to go. And we'll see. I mean, the next one will be much closer to the point where we're talking about the title. And let's look forward to that, I suppose. But that I want to forget. We'll try. Fair play to Rangers because Celtic were absolutely atrocious. Terrible.
But Celtic were atrocious because Rangers were amazing.
If you like to think about that,
let's not forget them.
I think that's overlooked way too much. Definitely, Rangers were really, really good in the game. In the previous game as well, were really good. We just didn't get our rewards. But a lot of times, people just say, "Oh, we didn't turn up." To be fair to you, Ryan, you didn't say that. But to everybody that did, it's becoming a trend now. 2 games, that's a bit far. Maybe you get away with it in the first, but the second one, I think there's things that Neil Lennon will be looking to fix, and I think he will be in January, as we'll go on to.
That's definitely it. So there you are, everyone who's been asking for Ryan Monet. It's well done, mate, for coming on and finally doing it. I gave you an extra week just to lube up, so you were prepared for the comment section.
I think, you know what, honestly, I thought we were just going to kind of go past it and pretend that it never happened, but we'll stand up to the disaster.
No. Just wanted to bring that. That's the end of the show, boys. Thanks for everybody for coming and shouting.
It was fun.
It was great. But anyway, let's move on then and get to some transfers then. And we're going to start off. We want to do an alphabetical order and we'll sort of reflect on who's doing what. We'll start with Aberdeen, like who they brought in, who they work away that way. Want to do that? Right. That way we're no starting with the bottom, working our way up around that. So let's start off with Aberdeen then. And Dev, do you want to start off with this one? What's Aberdeen?
Aberdeen have managed to have a loan extension on John Gallagher from Atlanta United, but the best one out of the bunch, I would say, in fact, my signing so far in the fall of January is Dylan McGeoch for Sunderland, who, if you don't know, when he was at Hibs, I thought was absolutely sensational, and at that time as well, he was in a really good team. There was good players around him, like John McGinn, and we've went to go and see what he's went to go and do. So I think Dylan McGeoch for Aberdeen is a terrific signing. In fact, the signing that I think they needed, because I spoke a lot about on the show, the midfield not being able to link up and not being able to get close to Cosgrove. Credit Cosgrove are still scoring as much goals, but I think Dylan McGeoch could be that link, and it could give Aberdeen a better chance of finishing third. So that's who they've managed to secure, Dylan McGeoch. I don't know what your thoughts are on him as a player, guys, but I think he's top notch.
Well, Ryan, you're left bollocks a Hibs fan, so maybe you want to tell me a bit what you experienced with this laddie.
That's a cracking signing for Aberdeen. I know things might have went exactly as planned at Sunderland, and people say, it's another one of the examples of somebody who's came from Scotland, went down south and failed and blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, if that's behind him, it's how he plays here, what he has to Aberdeen, and he was fantastic at Hibs. He was arguably, and that was the season where a lot of people ended up talking about John McGinn, but Dylan McGeoch was just as good in the middle of the park. For Hibs that season, so it's a big sign for Aberdeen, because they've been very inconsistent this season. Went through spells of being good and then spells of dropping points. I think this is a player that they've looked shaky without Graham Shinney. I think since he left the club in the summer, and Dylan McGeoch, I think, is a guy who played for Celtic as well. Came up through I think he was. He even played for Rangers at some point.
Did he not start with Rangers? I think he went Rangers, Celtic, Rangers, Celtic.
He came up through the youth teams though, and looked a good player. But at Hibs, he was I think goalie but as well. Yeah. But Dylan McGeoch, quality signing, I think, for Aberdeen, and potentially, as Div's already said, it could be the signing of the window up here.
And when he played with John McGinn in the midfield, he actually got Player of the Year that year in front of John McGinn. So there you go.
It's going to be interesting to see if he can replicate that. And I don't know if he's saw, but the latest news for Aberdeen as well, it's about 24 hours out. And now they've actually had conversations with Matty Kennedy for St Johnson. They've already talks about signing a pre-contract because he's free at the end of the summer. He's basically told St Johnson he's no signing. So he's had talks with Aberdeen. Do we think that's a right move? Should Matty Kennedy go there? Should Aberdeen try and even get him in January? Or should they be patient and let that go? But it is definitely like it's between them and Hearts, who we'll speak about later on, who's going to be getting him. What about yourself, Gogsy? Do you think Matty Kennedy would be a good fit for Aberdeen?
Yeah, I think he'll definitely compete with Niall McGinn on the wing position. I'm struggling to think of someone else who plays wing for Aberdeen. So I think Wilson, but I see him more of as a sort of central attacking player. Okay. So I think Kennedy on one side, McGinn on the other. I think that's a perfect marriage for Aberdeen's wings. So you never know. Could be a good signing. And of course, they're competing with Hearts.
Yeah, and it adds somebody with pace and the ability to just beat a man and whip a ball in for Cosgrove, which, if you look at Matty Kennedy's career, he's crossing it into two of the worst strikers I've ever seen. And Chris Kane, you've got Stevie May.
You had Tony Watt as well at one point.
You had Tony Watt before that, scared to hit the post. It was all these weird things, and it's Kennedy usually crossing the balls in. So I'm very interested to see if he can take that next step up, because we've talked about me and Div especially on this channel before at one point last year, where he looked like he's got something, but It's waiting to see if he can take that next step up. And it looks like Aberdeen could give him the choice, but it's on Matty Kennedy's hands. It's up to him if he would rather go to Aberdeen or Hearts, which we'll break down later on when we get to the old Hearts bit. Let's move on to Celtic then, as they're next in alphabet. And Ryan, we'll start with yourself, mate. What's going on with Celtic? What are they doing in this transfer window? Are they shiting themselves?
I don't think they're shiting themselves, but they're certainly taking their time to get things done. It's nice to see that the transfer of Patrick, second name has slipped my head just there.
Hasn't even knows him.
It's just I had it right in my head there, and it just went right out the other side. It's nice to see though that the fact that it looks as though his medical and such, because Kamara, that's the one. It looks as though that'll be done and wrapped up, so we can maybe put that one behind us. But there's still work to be done. Sinclair's left the club, which was something that, you know, it was always going to happen. Sinclair was going to leave at some point in the next 6 months. His contract was going to be up. He was going to be gone. It's a real shame to see Sinclair go, and I think it's, you know, I think he deserves more of a chance. How's it though? Because
he dived against Motherwell.
Oh, get it, for God's sake. Anyway, so
for God's sake.
For God's sake, man.
Anyway, Sinclair, look, there was people in the team getting a chance over Sinclair, which I feel like isn't really fair and probably not right. But like you do, we've brought in a couple £100,000 for him. He's moved on, but now we need to go forward and bring in other players. The only one that has had concrete stuff done, though, is the signing today. So do you know what? There's still work to be done. We need a couple of players, especially down the spine of that team. It's quite irritating that we are taking so long to do things, but hopefully if Neil Lennon sticks to his word from the start of the window, we'll be making 3 or 4 signings. But still yet to see a definite anywhere else. We're talking about the Sorrow and such from overseas, and a couple other names have been thrown about. There was talks about Clark from Tottenham on loan and stuff, you know. As long as we add
Jordan Rhodes at one point as well,
Glenn Murray was a
that's the one I was going to ask you.
Glenn Murray.
So there's been a few names thrown about. It's why the January window, I feel like a lot of Celtic fans are guilty for losing the heat and overreacting and such. Like, we've still got a very good team. It's just depth. We need depth. A lot of Celtic fans are very guilty of having a meltdown because of the lack of the time it takes us to do stuff in January. But no, look, honestly, I think we'll be fine. We just need to make sure there is enough depth there to take us over the course of the next 6 months.
If you were to say one position where Celtic should strengthen, if you had one position to strengthen, where would it be? Where does Celtic need to upgrade right now? The next
it was striker, but now that's been done. It's a real toss-up for me to be in the middle of the park or over on the right wing.
So a replacement for Brown
I wouldn't exactly say a replacement. I don't think Brown needs replaced, but we certainly need more options around there. I think McGregor and Brown and Encham have got 3 terrific centre mids in there. But I feel like all of them play a different style of football and are different. You know, we just need, I think, a holding midfielder, a defensive midfielder who can come into the team and kind of command or something. The thing is, with Beaton, he seems to be more favoured as a centre half now. So he kind of like him getting plays as a centre mid is still an option. But I think Neil Lennon is always going to look at the Beaton now as the substitute centre half until Siminovic is back for injury. Anyway, that's another position we need to look at as well.
I feel like Lennon's going to transition into playing 2 up top. See, we're looking for another striker to come in, and obviously the boy that's came in. I've got a wee feeling he was kind of playing that, wasn't he, for a bit just before the Rangers game. He's playing Forest, kind of behind Edward. So I have a feeling he's going to transition into 2 up front, try and change the system, because the big games against Rangers in the last 2, obviously, it's not worked. The system hasn't worked at all. So I think he's going to start playing 2 up front with 3 across the back, Ayer, Julian, and Big Hamed, El Hamed. That's what I think.
I think he's dropped in with another injury, which is fantastic.
Well, has he?
I think so. From what I've heard.
Aye,
so
gutted.
So let's hope it's not a big one. But I don't know. I can see where you're coming from, but I do have the feeling that I can see where you're coming from with Edouard and Kamala potentially being a top 2 for Celtic, being the 2 strikers. I do feel like, though, Kamala will certainly be the kind of 10-minute option for the next 6 months and have the odd game here and there when Edouard maybe does sit out. But the majority of the time, I think it will be the case that Kamala comes on for the last 10 minutes of a game. That's what I see.
That leads me to my last sort of like, you remember, there's been whispers, like obviously I didn't really kind of research in there, but for the show, there's all these like wee whispers like Edouard maybe Premier League, Edouard maybe doing it. Do you think there's any chance that he will be leaving at some point if an offer comes in for him, or do you think he's definitely staying to the end?
I think he'll definitely be here at the end of January. I don't see him being here next season, but at the end of January I think he'll be here.
Perfect. By the way, we actually forgot to say what one position we think Aberdeen should strengthen. We'll go to yourself, Gogs, in 99 now. If you were the Aberdeen manager, God, fucking love it. Where would you go?
Probably centre half. I think they just need cover for like McKenna in case he leaves in this transfer window.
Yeah.
Well, you have had rumours like last year that he was wanting to go, etc., etc. So, just get centre half and cover for him.
So.
Yeah, he's handy.
Yeah, exactly. Did want to go.
Yeah. Dev, you want to pick up there because I think maybe Gogsy's like frozen up there.
I think midfield, and I think that's what McInnes has been out, and he's certainly done that, and Dylan McKeoch. So I think Aberdeen fans will have confidence in improving their consistency and actually getting better. So centre midfield, I think, was key for them to go and strengthen in centre back positions. I think they're all right. To be honest, I think Constantine's having a decent season if he was to move in and that as well. McKenna's solid enough for me. Striker's sorted. If Matty Kennedy comes in as well, I think that is a problem area. But the most important for me definitely is in the middle of the park. There's just not enough strength and depth. I mean, when they played Motherwell away at one point, they played two fullbacks in the middle of the park. It worked that day. They tried it again. They the following week and they get hammered. So Dylan McGeoch, I think, is going to come in and I think he's going to do well.
Perfect. Ryan, on Aberdeen?
I'd have to agree with Div there. As I already said, I feel like when Graham Shinnie did leave the club, they've struggled to, replace anybody in the middle of the park, or replace him in the middle of the park, or get anybody really playing.
You probably get them back at the end of the season.
Well, wouldn't be surprised.
Wouldn't even be surprised if they got them back this January. Honestly,
he's in the reserves, isn't he?
But in a way, he's been doing with injuries. I know. I don't keep up with the championship.
That's a wee bit of PR just to keep up.
It was just I
thought he was injured at the current moment in time. I mean, I've got Wayne Rooney, so who cares? That's it.
Exactly. So that's
perfect. And then catching up with Celtic again. If you were the Celtic manager, Gogsy, who'd you sign to improve them?
Well, I would have said striker before today.
Okay.
But I think they're as good a team as you can have at this point of the season. I don't see any way you can improve them.
Really?
It's just.
Did you watch the old club?
I feel like the situation.
No, I didn't.
Did you not watch it? No,
I didn't watch it.
I think striker.
I still think they need another striker as well.
See, the thing is, there still is, the conversation isn't even done. Even though we've brought in this boy, I mean, we could do another one in there because Griffiths and Bio are both,
Pish.
Hi.
It's fine. You didn't need to say it to offend your boys. I'll say it. They're pish.
I mean, Bio. Hopefully, one day we'll get a chance and actually show something. But he's hot there, so. Hartman Griffiths needs to find form somewhere else, a loan move or something. He's not going to find it at Celtic. He needs more football than what he's getting. I would love to see Griffiths come into the team and play well again, but he's not going to get to that point without playing first team football. So he needs to get in a loan move or something.
That's it, mate.
It could be interesting to see if Jack Henry gets a new contract. I think that's the big transfer buzz you need.
I think we can all agree that a move for Jack Henry would be beneficial. Was there no talks about somebody looking at him in a loan deal? Bolton, that's the one. That would help them sensational. Just take them.
As if they've not had enough bad luck.
Save them for the situation they're in.
Jesus Christ. I mean, kick somebody when they're doing it.
I know.
Bring in Henry. Right, let's move on. And we're actually going to go to your rivals here, Gogs and I. We're going to old Hamilton, I believe it is. And Div, in fact, and I will start with you, Gogs. Let's break that down. What they've been doing.
Well, so far, Accies have brought in Andy Dales on loan from Scunthorpe. Outways, they've let Darren McKinnon go to Partick Thistle. Stubbs went back to Middlesbrough. That was a massive blow for them, and they're in negotiations with Southwood. As for where I would improve if I was Brian Rice, I would improve everywhere because they're shite despite of their last game.
Fair play, mate. Fair play. I think the big news coming out of Hamilton right now is that the mini Scott Brown wannabe has left. You know what I mean? Captain scored that massive goal for them at the end of last season to keep them in the league. The guy, you hate him or you love him, he was a presence on the park. It was about 270 odd appearances for Hamilton, and he's left to go to the Championship under Ian McCall. They're doing a bit of business, by the way. They've brought in the young lad Zach Rudden as well, who's
Partick need everything they can get at the minute. Their season has just been an absolute nightmare. I know it's a completely different division we're talking about here, but Jesus God, they need signings. McCall needs these signings.
Is he the rightest signing for them, though? What's your thoughts on that, Ryan? Like, signing someone who's been a captain, who's scored all these big moments, because they're always in that dogfight, and he's always been someone that's embraced it. Do you think that's been a right decision to move away? I know he wasn't playing. I think his last start was November the 9th, but...
If I was in the shoes of McKinnon myself, I would be quite pleased with the move. I'm not going to lie. I think Hamilton are going to be... Okay. You know, Hamilton are in a position where they're never going to make a great impact in this league. I think I've been to Firhill a couple of times this season. I like what Ian McCall wants to do at Partick Thistle. Granted, it's not been a fantastic season for them. They've struggled, but I think that there's a lot more ambition there, and there's something to work towards. At Hamilton, the case is stay up, but I think there's potential for something at Partick. Maybe not this season, but next season, especially if McCall does stay on there, which I think he will. I'd be pleased with the move. I think it's beneficial for him. Hamilton, don't get me wrong, have tried this season. You know, you see the kind of football they've been wanting to play. There've been a lot of positivity around them. But no, I don't think it's a negative. I know you're dropping down a division. You're going to work with a good squad. There is a good squad at Partick and a good manager as well. I don't see that many negatives.
And yourself, Div, I mean, we've had our say on this lad before with some of the incidents and run-ins he's had with Rangers players. What do you think now that he's left Hamilton? Can they fill that void, do you think, or the forward defender replacements?
I think they probably already had somebody in mind to kind of take care of him, and maybe he's just went on a wee bit too long. He's made the step down to Partick Thistle, where it's going to be a wee bit easier for him to do his business. That's if he goes down to Thistle and he's a starter, because sometimes you go down and it's not as easy as you think.
They've got some decent players in the middle of the park at Partick.
That's it. There's some decent players. Once you get to a certain level, there's a similar standard, I think, even with players stepping down. So there might be an underlying reason is why he's stepping down. Might not just be good enough for that level anymore. But I think they'll be able to replace him. In terms of his presence, he certainly was a leader. You could tell that. And I liked that about him. Although he didn't like playing against, I liked that he didn't really respect who his opposition was. He gets stuck in no matter who they were. I love that in a player. But obviously it annoys you when they're playing against your team. You just want to kill them. In terms of where Hamilton needs strengthen, I mean, it's obvious. It's absolutely obvious.
No, it's going to be.
You know? And that's where Douglas used to play. Well, he could play anywhere. Do you know what I mean? He could play left, he could play right, he could play through the middle. He could play pretty much anywhere. But I would say, as somebody was saying in the comments there about Dougie coming back, I would say that, but in fact, he's moved on to bigger and better things right now. So I think that his time's going to be a wee bit occupied on that front, unfortunately for Hamilton.
Absolutely. Ryan, where would you bring in for a signing to improve Hamilton?
Well, I mean, once...
Just that facial expression alone sums it up. And he's frozen.
He's frozen. He's frozen.
He's actually froze while he's done that expression.
He's back.
Hello there. Is that me? Is that me? I don't know where did I leave off there. Where did I get?
Don't know how many messages for Gogsy because it just disintegrates your Wi-Fi.
That's all right. That's fine. Well, if I was Brian Rice, I'd probably be looking at defensively an option to come in anywhere across the back line to kind of improve what's happening there. Because as I touched on, I feel like Hamilton have actually tried. It's the same. You kind of submit and such. Have tried to be a wee bit different. Brian Rice came out after one of the games.
I like that.
I don't want to be sitting back. Blah blah. They've not really got the squad for that. They need defensive options. I think somebody who can actually hold it in and probably bring a lot more confidence to the people around them. So I'd say somebody at the back probably.
Right. I'm thinking sort of similar, but I was thinking like a CDM just to control it because they've got like the likes of Miller who can score big goals. They've got these players that they're trying to bring in. I just think they need, ironically, a hard bastard who's just left. Just someone just to slow it down and just control the game. That's who I'd be looking to bring in for the rest.
Well, they have Lewis Smith in the middle of the park who's young, very talented, but he's inexperienced. So maybe they will look to find somebody just a wee bit experienced. I think Fraser Five would be a good shout for Cove Rangers. Wouldn't mind taking him at Hamilton.
Malumbu as well. Like, I don't know where he is now. I think he's left Kilmarnock, obviously playing for Celtic. So a signing like that, you know what I mean? Like a player who can just go there, like he did at Kilmarnock. That's what I'd try. Again, it's no easy, but
wages, that's the only thing.
The old wage rollers. Right, moving on to, speaking of wages, actually, it's a perfect transition you handed me there, Dev. We're going to Hearts. Because there's just money flying everywhere. There's settlements, there's you're getting sacked, there's arguments, there's people fighting back in the media, there's captains being told they're shite and they're out here. I mean, try and break this down for the people that's watching if they've not got a clue what we're talking about. What's happening at the circus that is Hearts Football Club now?
Well, it's an absolute shit show, CJ. I think everybody watching knows that about Heart of Midlothian. It has been for a wee while, but it's all coming to fruition now. Stendo's come in. I don't think he had a clue what he was coming into. And he's constructed a wee list of who he would like to get rid of. And do you know what? I don't disagree with probably any of the players he's getting rid of, including Christoph Berra. But we all had a wee discussion about this, and I thought that he should have kept Berra on. He's not officially left yet, but I thought that he should have kept Berra on to the end of the season, just for his presence, for what he's gave to the club, for his leadership that he can instill in Hockett and Suter. I think he can still help on that front. But that's pretty much what's happening now. Stendo's came in with a cosh and he's just gone for people down at the Tynecastle training ground. I don't know the name yet. But that's pretty much what's happening. There's a big clear out and they've brought in a couple of boys on loan and stuff like that. And maybe they'll start giving them a chance. And a couple of loan deals, young players have came back. So maybe they'll start giving them a chance. And it's pretty much, I think, what should have happened at Hearts already about 18 months ago. But Stendo's he's just going in and he's doing it right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch this show every week, I was kind of talking about they need a big clear out. I was saying, like, they need to just get mine. I says they need to go in and just clear them out. But I'm actually surprised that they've actually got a manager who's actually doing that. And, I mean, the stories that all these people clapping back at him, I mean, maybe instead of looking at the guy that sacked him, maybe they should be looking at their own individual performances and what they were doing for Hearts that got them sacked, rather than trying to blame this guy and call him embarrassing and try and drag his name through the muck. Because I think Berra, pish, Glenn Whelan, pish. Honestly, you touch him, he turns to dust. And John Daly, really, what's he going to teach anyone? You know what I mean? Get rid of all of them. Get people in who actually want to be there, who's going to work hard. And, you know, son, I thought this guy was going to fail, but the way he's gone about it, I'm like, maybe he's doing it. He just needs to cut more heads of the snakes. Aye. It
reminds me of Pedro Caixinha, though, which is never a good trait. Never, ever. But I don't know how I feel about this Berra situation. Honestly, I feel sorry for Berra, and to find out, I think he found out through email as well. So I feel sorry for Berra. I think as a Hearts legend, he's got to go down as that for what he's gave to the club, and he played at such a high level for a long time. I think he should have just been treated with a wee bit more respect for Stendo. And he's still, although his legs have went, although he's finished. He's only 28. Although he has finished at this level, I just thought that he could still give a wee bit, and he should have been treated better, basically.
Mm-hmm. The Dugout Football Channel actually weirdly put something. I actually genuinely think he will go to Dundee United. There's not even a rumour out there, but genuinely I could see that working out well for him and gone there. But I just think as much as they gave the club and cap, maybe you didn't go out and basically tell you can go to anybody for anything. Like maybe I could agree with you with that, Dev, but I think it's the right move to move away and try and bring in the people that actually want to work hard.
I watched Berra though, and I think he's just, as I said, I think he's not got it anymore, but his attitude's still alright. Whereas I look at Naismith and I think his head's went, and I don't think he wants to be there.
I think the perfect way to sum up Berra, I think he would still run through a brick wall, but the way he's playing, he'd probably miss. Do you know what I mean? Like he would just run the opposite direction, or the wall would beat him.
Maybe he just headed it.
He just couldn't catch it. Standing ball, it's just too fast for him.
In terms of headering, there's not a better defender, but he needs to be able to run to header the ball, innit? That's it.
Definitely.
He used to into his own net.
He
loved an OG, didn't he?
The big man does. Right, something that we mentioned earlier on today's video is obviously something that broke the last couple of years is the fact that Hearts have tried to hijack the deal for Matty Kennedy. Now, we obviously talked about Aberdeen. Would it work? Would it work at Hearts? Is this the type of signing that Hearts need? Matty Kennedy, it is also being written that they want him in January. They're not willing to wait like Aberdeen is to the end of the season. They want him in January. So what we're thinking is Matty Kennedy a perfect fit also for Hearts. let me know in the comment section, and also we'll start with yourself there, Gogsy99er. Could he also flip over and work where I think Hearts has a bit of pace? So what are you thinking?
I think it's a tactical signing, like just get in before anyone else in the league, because clearly everyone else is better. So if they're looking for a player, then they're obviously gonna see if they can cancel it out. But wing play, I don't know if that would fit the Hearts' method of play, because they've been just hoofing the ball all the time on that lush green pitch that they keep trying to style up. But I don't know. Is it going to be good? We'll just have to wait and see if it even works.
We get one comment there for JVC Cam said the question is who would Kennedy want to go to? Aberdeen, who are competing for third, or us, who are in the relegation battle, which is very true. And Wolf is also a Hearts fan, loyal channel subscriber as well. Shout out to him. He goes, Matty Kennedy is very similar to All Elite. I'd love to see him sign for us. What are you thinking there, Div? Could it work at Hearts, or should Kennedy just play it safe? Then he go to the tainted chalice right now and just go to Aberdeen? Because it's his choice. It's up to him.
I think he'll probably go where the most money is, to be honest. But if I was making a footballing decision, me personally, if I was Matty Kennedy, I would go to McInnes. I would rather be under his stewardship because he knows what he's all about. Whereas Stendo's still a bit of an enigma. Maverick. You don't know too much about him, do you? So I think it'd be taking a gamble, though. Machino on the left and Matty Kennedy on the right does sound like a really exciting wee combination there, but who would play up top? Maybe they just
does it fit the play style?
Well. I don't know what their playing style is at the moment. I mean, certainly under Craig Levein, it was just hit it long and hope for the best. But under Stendo, I don't know what it is. It might be different. It's too early to tell.
Perfect. Right. Before we wrap up, move over to Hibs. Let's start with the ones. We only can make one sign in here for Hearts. I know we all want to pick 19 because they need it, but let's just pick one. If you want to pick one position to improve Hearts, let's see that in the comments as well from you guys. One position.
Oh, God.
Ryan, go for it, sir.
Oh, jeez, thinking caps on here. I think I'm going to go for centre mid, right? Because I think the centre mid is a key part in the running of a football team. I think the centre mid is probably the most important position in the park for just bringing everything together. And right now, Hearts have nothing. They're just nothing. They need a leader. They need something. I just think they need something in the middle, something to bring it all together. It's just so hard to pick one position. You touched on Stendhal earlier, saying that you maybe think that this is the attitude to take to clear everybody. I don't feel like Stendhal will be here come next season. I think Hearts are doomed. I think they need so many players, but I'm going for the middle of the park.
Before we move to the next person, Martin writes in Kyle Lafferty. Hearts. Kyle Lafferty's actually signed for Sunderland on a short-term deal, so that the dream for the Hearts man is unfortunately over. He's over your neck of the woods, mate. Good luck with that.
That's my neck of the woods.
And we'll go to yourself, Dev, because I probably know exactly what you were thinking as soon as Ryan mentioned the midfield, because they've got a centre mid that you really rate, but do you still agree with the centre mid spot, or would it be somewhere else for you?
I do agree with it. I do. I think they should bring Wee Cochrane back, give him a chance, but it might be too early. There we go. I think they should get him. I think they should get him back involved. But to just be a wee bit different, I think they need a striker as well. To be honest, I think they need somebody who can make stuff happen out of nothing. And if you've not got a big budget, though, it is hard to get one of those strikers. But to just change it up, I would go for a striker. Somebody that can get you 15 goals a season, something like that.
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to back you up exactly there, mate, because I'm saying striker, because I say you have to get rid of Naismith and you need to get rid of him now before the injuries get worse, before he becomes even more of a tainted problem, because we've spoken about it on the show. I've not been impressed with his attitude. He seems to scream and shout all the time, like every single highlight Hearts. He seems to be like, but then when he's missing easy chances at the back post, he's no shouting. So I'm like, okay, live by what he means. So for me, the best bit of business Hearts could do was also cut the head off the Naismith snake, pun included. And clear up those wages and get it in someone who actually wants to be there, and there's someone who can play more than 7 minutes of football in his groin. Gogsy?
Whereas I do see where you're coming from with a striker, because their top scorer is Halkett on 4 goals.
I know, it's insane.
But
it's not right. It's not right.
Isn't it? That's
He's been-
perfect, isn't it?
he's not been as good as he has been last season as well.
I think they need to invest in a centre half to replace Berra, a leader such as Declan Gallagher, because they're needing someone to actually.
I love how you're putting one of your fucking prized possessions on the window right now.
Come again.
I'm using Declan Gallagher as an example. I'm not saying.
No, mate, you're jacking that Kamara.
You're trying to get rid of him. You're getting commission.
No.
No,
it's because Hearts are one of the wealthiest clubs in the league. No matter how shite they are, they should just go and invest in a decent playing squad for the rest of the season and just at least settle for 10th.
They've tried that, aye. They've
tried it for what?
Look, the wage bill, man. It was compared to some of the clubs that are around about. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, aye.
See, if you look at the 4 clubs that's above them and compare their wage budget and how much they're spending, it's absolutely terrifying. But that's Hearts. Let's jump over to someone who made a managerial change, who was going through a bit of a struggle, who was also bottom of the league at one point, but it seems to have responded pretty well. And we'll start with, as always, Ryan Womanate whenever we talk about Hibs, because you just get look at his face. We'll see the smile. Did you see that? There you go, sir.
I may as well go and get my Proclaimers top on, sing a wee bit of Sunshine on Leaf. That's
not what you were singing earlier, eh?
I've been quiet for Hibs. I guess the main talk at the current moment in time is Adam Bogdan looks to be coming back after a spell at the club before. It's not been finalised yet. I think he's on a trial or something now. He's been playing
at a club, so.
So I think from what I've read is as soon as they can offload somebody, I think Maxwell, I believe it was, that'll be Bogdan ready to sign permanently. But I don't think Jack Ross has an awful lot of work to do. In all honesty, I think he's got that squad playing well. I think he's done a fantastic job at coming in and getting the best up. Martin Boyle's obviously just won Player of the Month as well for the December. Was it December or January? Whatever, I can't remember. Well, I just want to play the Month. He's up mush, honestly. But I don't think Hibs don't have a lot today. I think it's been quiet. It's been quiet on the eastern front. The Eastern Road front has been quiet.
I mean, the only other thing that Hibs obviously has done, well, I suppose it was Rangers have done it. They also recalled Glenn Middleton, so we'll see no bounce for Jack Ross. Rangers are sending him over to Holland at some point in January. That's the original move.
Is there any truth in this Scott Allen shit? Anybody, what do you think of that?
There's surely not. Surely not. I don't think there'll be any.
No,
I don't. I mean, it wouldn't be surprised if one that I wouldn't be surprised.
On Twitter, like genuinely, unfortunately, for fun.
That's why I deactivated it.
Somebody has suggested in the chat that Jason Cummins should go back to Hibs. I have never seen a worse footballer in my life than Jason Cummins. I think they should stay well away.
I think he's actually. I think he's actually doing. I think he's back. Like he's got his head sorted out because obviously he didn't ever want to make it feel like someone who's struggling and stuff like that. I think he's turned his life around. He's hanging in his back. I don't think he's consistently playing, but he's getting himself back in there. I seen he posted on Instagram scoring a goal, so I wouldn't really.
I think
say it's a bad move, but I don't think he's going
to. He's better than Bio, that's for sure.
I think he found a nice level in the Championship. I don't think he's cut out for the top division. So
I think he won.
I still think there's a player in there if it all just clicks. But again, there's the problem with Scotland is it just unfortunately never quite clicks. But in terms of the old signing for Hibs, Ken, you've said you didn't really need anyone, Ryan. But I'm thinking
you as a fan, as if I'm actually sitting here with fucking Hibernian flag.
He's gutted, so yes, that's why he's like mush.
That's the other side of the camera. It's the Hibs side. You just flip.
Can't wait until Bogdan gets announced.
There'll be a reaction very instantly.
Announced Bogdan.
I'd get a fullback. Like Jenny, I would actually get a fullback because I look at Hibs, I'm just like puffing up. That'd be the one spot I'd get. Someone with a bit of pace and go back and forward. I think to add a wee bit to the attack, but also shore up the defence because the defence is actually pretty aging. See when you look at it and you're like,
players like Stevenson and David Gray and
McGregor.
Aye.
So you look at these boys. So I'd say a fullback if I was in charge of bringing someone in. I'd say to improve Hibs, fullback. What about yourself, Sharpdiv?
I think they should go for Matt Kennedy. I think they should get a wee winger in.
Everyone's in for Kennedy. Come on.
Everybody's in for the Mr. Kennedy. So I think they should hijack it and take him. Middleton's away. You need that left winger maybe. Get him back in. Get him in general.
Gogs?
I'm actually agreeing with sharpdiv.
Kennedy?
I thought you were going to say Declan Gallagher.
No.
No.
That's my piece in Hibs.
Could you imagine
nothing else to that
as well? You had Kennedy on one side and Boyo on the other. That'd be good as well. I feel like Kennedy just fits into all these teams.
There's a certain barrier that he just gets up to. You go, hi, he looks all right. Right. Let's move away from Hibs then, because like Ryan said, Jack has kind of turned everything around. If I'm honest with you, they're looking good. They're scoring goals. They've won back-to-back Player of the Month awards. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't say they're in desperate need to drastically change anything.
One of the things I just want to quickly add before we move on is you look at Hearts and Hibs and the situation. I said it in the last episode as well. It is absolutely unbelievable the difference how both of the clubs have went down after sacking their managers
Shows you how they
at the
run.
same time. It's incredible.
It's frightening. Big budget. She needs to get her finger out. Right, allegedly. Right, let's move. Right, let's move on to Kilmarnock. Let's move on to Kilmarnock. Wow, and there's so much exciting things to talk about here. I'll actually start this one. You've got Jackson released. What an inspired signing. Four games for Kilmarnock, 0 goals. And Sal has went back to Dundee United. That's it. That's genuinely it.
Well, that was good. Let's move on.
That's honestly, like, I've tried rumours. I've tried hangies. It's weird. Like, everyone's just wondering what's going on. Oh, go for it, Gogs.
Also, they've loaned Dom Thomas out to Dunfermline.
Dunfermline, that's right. I
There you go.
I did say that, Gogi, like a minute ago.
Shout out to Grant. There you are.
I feel bad for them.
I think the biggest news for Kelly probably is that Dyer is a confirmed Kelly boss. I called it.
The point I was going to bring up is if we're talking about areas they have to improve on, I think it's still a new manager. I don't think that getting Dyer job is I don't agree with the decision personally. I'm not saying I don't wish him well. I hope things turn out well for Dyer, but I feel like they should have. I guess Kilmarnock have went down over the last couple. And I think the thing is with Kilmarnock over the last couple of years, they've tried moving upwards because they've done. You know, it was a massive coup getting Steve Clark in the first place as manager. No one expected that to happen, and then they tried to go somewhere a bit different when they brought in Alessio as well. I think at this current moment in time, how many options is there out there to get for a manager? Maybe that's why they've went for Dyer for now, but I think it's a step down for the club. Who knows? It might go really well, but I think they need to start looking. And maybe even go out there and give somebody like Stratton a chance. I think it's controversial.
I think he buried himself. He's dead buried. He'll never ever get involved with the club again.
I think Kilmarnock
director of football at Dundee.
I bet. And as I'm not going to really get into the stuff he said and stuff like that, but it's horrific.
I'm back now. I think he'll do a good job.
The Kilmarnock manager. I think
he'll do all right.
Well, he was actually the backroom staff when Clark was there, so he kens the mindset. If he's going to try and change it, he'll change it back to what was attempting to work. So we'll see. The Dugout Football Channel donates $1.99. Thank you so much for that. He also says Liverpool recalled Liam Miller. Yep, that was the last thing I was going to say. As in terms of the outs, Miller has went back. So it's just like, what's happening here? Now, I will say there is a couple of rumours about a couple of the Italian players that was loaned in. His loans are apparently getting cut, but again, there's nothing concrete. I can't find no source apart from the odd clickbait link, so I don't really want to bring that in here and just fill it with rumours. But very interesting that there's Kilmarnock, the way they're gone, the way they've sacked their manager, that they're not bringing anyone else in. Do they think the old Warriors that they've got, bringing in a manager that kens the old Warriors' ways, do they think they can ride that to the end of the season?
Could be Ross, could be Lee McCulloch.
Yeah,
bring him back.
That's not going to happen. Come on,
bring him back.
I think Kelly are comfortable enough. Save your dough and then reassess in January. Same way Hibs. They're all right. They're not going to get relegated, but they're not going to break into the top 3 or anything like that either. So just save your money for summer and then get some boys in and then reassess.
I think that's clever as well, because you give that guy a contract and at least see if you bring it and let him sign his boys and everything like that. Then if it doesn't work and you have to sack him again at the end of the season, then you've got even more expenditure. So I think they're playing it quite smart. I think they've gave up on the season. Sorry, Kilmarnock fans. I think they're going to throw it one way and they'll see if it goes. See if it goes back to normal. If it doesn't, they'll reassess, like Ed have said. But one position, if they were to sign someone, And January, what we thinking? We'll start with yourself, Gogs, the 99er.
Striker. I don't think Brophy's been prolific enough this season.
But
I don't know. I really don't know. But with Brophy leading the line, I'd say he's still really good, of course. But he's just no finding the net. Like, of course, when I saw him playing against us, he missed 2 great chances. And he's missing the chances that he scored last season. So they need someone to revitalise or help play off him, just to revitalise his form.
Bring him back. Get him out.
Bring him back.
Get him up.
Give him a shot, man. That's it.
Right, moving on to yourself, Ryan.
I would probably go down the same lines as Gogs. Striker seems like a position that needs touched up on. I do like him with Brophy. I think he's a good player, but a wee bit of competition is sometimes what you need up front. So,
Jeff?
I think a creative midfielder. I think he needs a wee bit better service. They're relying too much on Chris Buck, who is aging, but for me is our best player at the moment. I think with Power and who's the other boy that plays in the middle? Power and escape me, but I feel like they need somebody else. I feel like they need somebody else who's going to play in between the lines and just give Brophy easier chances to convert. If he starts missing them, then it might be times to look for a different replacement. But for now, still a really good young talent, although not played really well so far this season. Creative midfielder, give him another chance.
Gammy McFarlane is obviously a big Kilmarnock fan. He writes, striker for the love, that's all. Like, someone send us a striker. The Brovs is shite. Well, that sums up me. I'm going to back the guy who watches every single minute of Kilmarnock football. All right, striker, you know what I mean? We'll go for it. I trust you, Gammy.
I think he's being harsh, boys.
You need someone to push you.
Greg Culty as well. He's back for loan, so he might give him another chance to go and try and be that creative player for them to try and unlock defences.
Do you think they need to start like thinking of replacements for his agent boys? Like Chris Buck, he's their main man. Like, you watch every game, he's the best player, but he's 585-year-old. Like, what's going to happen next season? Where's the long-term planning? Maybe
I think Buck will be worth another. I think he'll be worth another year's contract, considering his performances so far this year. He's deserved that another year contract for sure. But as an aging team, the defence is pretty solid. You know, O'Donnell and stuff like that at the back. Goalkeeper potentially an area they would look to strengthen in. Midfield I think is solid.
It's only a loan, isn't it? It's a loan.
It's a loan. Middle of the park, I think, are solid. To get some of the most consistent centre mids, I would say, out with the old firm who play consistently well every week. But I am going to create a midfielder.
Nice, I like it. Right, let's move on to Livingston then. Old macaroni, and I'm saying that as I'm hungry as well. Right, let's break
macaroni earlier. That was good.
Did you actually?
I did actually. I actually had. Sorry, did
you get it? Macaroni.
Okay,
well, I can't be arsed. I can't be fucking arsed. Right, let's carry on and we go with yourself, Ryan. On you go, son.
So we're on to Livingston then. Livingston, a couple of wee things happening at the Tony Macaroni, I suppose. Couple of signings, couple of players gone as well. Bringing in Ryan Schofield and also bringing in Kieran Brown from Cardiff City until the end.
Tell us a bit about them then, Ryan.
Oh, I could tell you for years and years and years about these guys. Honestly, I know so much about them.
Ryan Schofield, he's good on that programme, isn't he?
What's it called?
How dare you? Okay, you'd never stop with that name. That is the greatest show ever. Okay,
I think Ryan Schofield does sound like a guy who'd go and Love Island. Do you remember that boy who was the old Falkirk player? He was on there last year. I think Ryan Schofield could do a job on there if it doesn't work out at Livy, to be honest.
Well, certainly better than Philip Schofield anyway. So
I always think it's funny about that lad. I scored more goals at the Falkirk Stadium than he did, and he was there a year.
Exactly,
idiot. Another player that they signed is, if someone plays a wee bit of deep dive with Football Managers years and years ago, if you might remember, the name is Aaron Taylor Sinclair.
Aye.
Do you remember him?
He was a mother.
I remember.
You'd pick him up. What a legend.
He was shite.
He was a legend,
absolutely shite.
He was a legend.
Great on FM14, but he's shite for us. So
Did you bring him in, Ryan?
Would I bring him in? Would I bring him in? I'd bring him in. FM vibes right there. Of course I would.
But as in terms of a player, do you like him?
But, once again, I could write. I tell you for weeks about him, for weeks upon weeks. Let's just be brutally honest here. None of the Livingston signings or signings I know too much of. All we can do is wait and see. I'm just going to be brutally honest.
Throwing you under the bus is the best thing that's happened all week.
You had to give me Livingston, didn't you? I'm sitting there looking at my notes, and I'm like, bloody hell. This is look, Livingston's just wide teams, you know, they're going to stay up this year, I think, right?
Oh, yeah,
I think
they're very good.
As long as they have, you know, I think they're in one of these situations where I think it doesn't matter the quality of players. Something that Gary Holt does over there is he just gets players playing well. It doesn't matter how their careers went or whatever. I feel like the team that he puts out in the park knows what they're doing, and results might not go their way sometimes, but they get the system, they get what Gary Holt wants them to do.
I think that's very good. Yeah.
That's Gary Holt, for me, could have potentially been the next, you know, Kelly manager or something, but Living. I think he could have been. I think he could have went there.
I just don't think it's a step up.
But I don't the step up. And step up's a different question, you know.
I just think that's funny. That's funny. The next Kelly manager. Honestly, I thought you were going to say something else, and I was like
a massive, like a jump. The thing about Livingston, they've got a goal scorer. They've got a solid midfield. Their defence is actually doing a lot better than I thought it was going to be after Hockett left. They've got a very good goalkeeper. You look at them, you're like, very solid.
After they lost a very good goalkeeper as well, Kelly.
Exactly. Kelly, Hockett.
Did the Livy goalie no get recalled by Villa?
He did actually. So there you go. He did,
so he's out the door. That's a gutter. That is a gutter for them.
Fantastic here. Is there no rumours that because they've now signed Rayner that there's a chance for him to come back?
See, that would make sense, but I feel like at the same time now that he's just been took back, you're not going to bother. And if he does go somewhere, maybe somewhere else, you never know. You know, same stranger things happen, but
that's going to be. Oh, sorry, mate. I've got that as my signing. Like because Rayner's back now, Aston Villa, they've got them. He's got cover, so they didn't need him because let's be fair, he's not going to play. If I was Livingston, I'd try my absolute best to be like, hey, is he still on the train? Can you just tell him to come back up? Brilliant.
Yeah, U-turn. 3-point turn? Anybody?
I don't think that works on trains, unfortunately. So that would be my choice. What about yourself, Div?
What in terms of a position improve?
Yeah.
I would go with him as well. I think it's got to be getting him back up the road because I think they're solid. It has. I think they're solid everywhere else really. Dykes looks like a promising, good player. They're decent in the wings and the midfield, especially, they're really strong. The defence, as you said, we thought about basically their defence got done in the summer, and now it's thriving. So I would say goalie as well.
Ryan, position.
Goalie. That's the simple answer.
It has to be in it.
Well, Schofield's a goalie.
But
They've just signed the goalie.
Schofield isn't the goalie we're talking about. Have you seen who we are talking about? The
I know they've got
hands.
I think
it's Sarkic, the one that let the ball go through his hands against Motherwell.
Yes,
that guy.
He had a bet on. All right, didn't he just the guy? It's Christmas. All right.
Look, I have the greatest goalkeeper, the greatest goalkeeper in Scottish Premiership history. Arthur Boric once let it slip through his hands. Gog. So let's
Ryan, you let a lot of things go through his hands.
Let's move on, Stevie.
Let's move on. A video on your channel where you literally say Alan McGregor is the best.
Let's move on.
I'm sure there's a video where you say a certain Shaggaroo is the best.
No.
Good check that out. Very good.
I haven't agreed that once.
That did happen actually. I seen that.
It was good. It was good video. I think that was your best video, by the way, because I was in it. Right, let's move on to the next team then, and it's a certain team by the name of Rangers who ended the season very well. Very well. No, we're going to give that a miss for a second because everyone is asking for it in the comments because let's be fair, Gogs, what he's done. All right, you've lost your best player. You've lost your best striker, sorry. So, Dev, give the people what they want. What's happening with Rangers? What's happened with Rangers so far?
With Scott Allen, that's happening? No. Oh, good.
Would you not take Scott Allen?
No.
We'll deal with that bridge when it comes. Sorry, do you know what I mean? We took Kenny Muller back. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll deal with that when it comes. But in terms of Rangers, it's pretty quiet at the moment, isn't it? In terms of people coming in, but out, Eros Grezda is returned to Osijek. I think Rangers have worked a wee something in the clause or something like that in the contract.
There's a selling clause, there is that.
Because that is just a beautiful bit of business for the club, getting him back to whence he came. Listen, it just didn't work out for the guy. There's a few instances off the first team basically that just didn't sit right with a lot of Rangers fans as well. But I thought his message,
a youth player.
That's it. I thought his message was a classy one when he left on social media. But thank fuck he's away, because he was oh my god. I mean, I would say Matty Kennedy to replace him for sure. And then Andy King has been returned to Leicester as well. He hardly kicked a ball.
5 appearances.
And I feel like there'll be a few more that will leave before the window closes. There's also another wee rumour to throw in there, maybe Lewis Ferguson from Aberdeen. Do you think that one could work out? Glenn Kamara's also been watched 6 times by Arsenal scouts, which I think's top notch. It just shows how pish he is if Arsenal watching him. Nah, Joe. But no, that's actually really good. But no good, but good at the same time. Shows he's a player.
Aye, Arsenal only sign flops.
Aubameyang's pissed.
I'm just watching Ryan's face as he slowly understands what I was taking a dig at there. Certain boy, it's got hips like biscuits. But
Herrera, he came back. Is he back? What's happening with Herrera?
Herrera is back at the football club.
What's he doing? Is he serving food or something? What's he doing?
Probably in the calendar. That's why he's here.
I would do that.
What a good-looking man. Let's be honest.
Right.
But just to tidy up, because Rangers are very brief. We've kind of touched on it. I've made videos on it. It's basically going to be an outgoing. Because the squad, basically, there's too many people who's just not getting anywhere near the squad because it forms the others. So Andy King, Grezda, there should be 5 or 6 that's rumoured to be leaving. Greg Docherty is obviously one that's been mentioned by Gerrard. You've got other boys. It's kind of rumour, so it's going to mostly be an out. But there may be one signing. That's what Gerrard said. There may be one coming in, depending on who leaves and opens the gap for. So the Rangers news, that's pretty much it. Barisic has been confirmed. Roma has been confirmed to be looking at Barisic. Obviously, the number 1 left back for Croatia. You're always going to get checked out, but Gerrard and the club are preparing a contract to try and derail that. So, everything Rangers is basically out for the people that's out. Gerrard has confirmed that no one in the first team or an important player for the season will be leaving the football club. So, that's pretty much the best news you could probably hear.
Rangers need to get that contract settled, because that'll be brilliant. If Roma come in asking seriously and inquiring, then they're going to need to pay way more money if we bump him up in a few years in this contract.
There's a reason the contract's getting fast tracked. As soon as they got that phone call, they're like, okay, we'll put you on hold. Get the agent on the line. Borna, come on, baby, we'll sing a song. But that's kind of it for the Rangers, right? And we'll return to Motherwell, because you see the man's pacing. Jesus H Christ! All right, on you go, Gogsy. Tell us some Motherwell news.
Right, so today we made our first bit of business in the
fantastic.
We signed Mikel and Jolly on loan from Bournemouth. He was at Kilmarnock last season. He scored 5 goals in about. What?
Lanark?
What?
Did you say he was at Lanark?
No, he was at Kilmarnock.
All right, fuck me, man. I thought
that
you said he was at Lanark.
That would have been a bit hard, Fucking hell.
Have they still play amateur?
Use chat.
The amateur level now.
Sorry, superstar.
Lads, Gogsy's fucking internet is bad enough. Let's give him the time. Right, let's just get this done. Gogsy,
5-minute window, go.
Right, so Mikel and Jolie, that's it. That's all we've done. No one going out, which is good. No one coming in, because, well, I don't really think we need to do much in the way of improving the squad, and we don't have that much money to invest in players. But I do have one question for Ryan. There's been a bit of rumours going about that a certain Lee Griffiths might be going on loan to Motherwell, which I completely do not believe. But what do you think of that prospect?
The fuck would you want him for?
I think that for Motherwell it would be a fantastic acquisition. I think
As if,
Motherwell
no
would.
way.
I think Motherwell would benefit hugely having Griffiths as the kind of move he needs. I think he would show at Motherwell how good a player he still is if he got that move. But realistically, surely it's not going to happen.
It's not happening.
I
It's
don't
just
know
not.
why.
No, it's not going to happen.
It's not
What
going
the
to happen.
fuck is happening? What year is it?
Look, honestly, Griffiths will show he's still a goal scorer. No, he will wherever he goes, whatever it may happen.
Yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
if he get a loan move to if he goes back to Hibs, or if he goes
Right.
to St Johnson, or if he goes to Motherwell, wherever he would go, he would show he
yeah.
still scores goals. I'm not denying that.
Jesus.
I think
Right, can we stop talking
If
about
he
him? I
wants to
fucking
go-
despise the lad. He's pish. Let's move on.
if he
I
wants
like
to
the-
go to anyone on loan, it would be Hibs, in my opinion. But the thing is, he would
Wouldn't he start?
completely.
He wouldn't even
No,
start
but-
Hibs. He wouldn't even
no,
make the fucking bench.
I think
He's a
Let's
natural
be honest.
He's
He's
a natural
done.
goal scorer.
He's
Jesus.
done.
In my opinion,
Right.
he's still
He's
the
just like-
best Scottish striker.
Oh my! What?
I just think I just personally think he'll not go to anybody in Scotland. I think he'll go on loan till the end of the season, and then again he'll come back to Celtic in pre-season, reassess, and they'll decide if they're selling him or no. I think if he goes to any club in Scotland, it will be Hibs. But I think he'll go probably League
Yeah.
One or something like that in England on loan.
Yeah,
hopefully he just
I
goes
see
away
what
and
you mean.
gets first team football. But if he does go somewhere in Scotland, I think if he was to move, if we were to wake up tomorrow morning to the news that Lee Griffiths is signed for Motherwell, Hibs, blah blah blah, I think he's going to end the season with at least 10 goals. Honestly, I think he's a good. I think he's got that in him. I think he's got that in him. I don't know.
He does.
Because I don't think it's going to happen, mate. I genuinely don't.
I don't.
CJ, mate, you're blind. CJ, you are blind.
There would be more.
This lad is unbelievable. He's done.
There would be far more to it if something was going to happen. They would have more concrete rumours.
Doesn't matter if he's done.
Aye, so
It's not going to happen.
Barney Cole, why the hell would you want this?
I mean, it does matter if he's done, Gogsy.
Barney Cole's
I'm
gone
not saying
back
he's
to
done,
Wigan.
but it does matter if he's done. I know.
Why the fuck would you even want him? He's looking at his
think-
history. What he fucking
I
he's
think-
done? What do you want
I
that
think-
I
anywhere
don't-
needed club for?
I think he's
I
29
don't
year
care
old.
about controversial.
Wow.
I don't care if he's being controversial as well. If he scores goals, if he does his job, then that's all I ask in a player.
Wow.
I don't care what they do out with the club, as long as they do the business on the pitch. That's
I think we've seen examples of that. Russell's playing. I'll put David Goodwill. He's still playing. He's
Fuck yeah! Can we move on?
Definitely should move, but I think we're being a bit. I think a bit harsh on Griffiths is what my point is. I think.
Fuck up! I've
just-
got no time for racism or anything like that.
Oh no! I think.
I'm not talking about
still
racism in a positive light. Fuck him. Move on to the next year. Let's go. Don't give a fuck about
Who is the next team? Mary St Johnson, St Mirren, St who?
fucking
One of the Saints.
Jesus Christ.
Ross County.
Let's go. Holy
Ross County.
I've
who's
got
taking
on my
away?
notes. Ross County done nothing.
Right,
No.
well there we go. Ross County.
They need a defender. For me, they need a defender. What do you think?
I think that's another team that's done one of
Yeah,
their lines as well.
completely
I think down the bottom end. I think down the bottom end of the table. I feel like this year's been a decent. I mean, we see it Celtic. I mean, being Celtic Rangers fans, we have to deal with watching 10 men behind the ball. It's realistic, we see it. But I think when it comes to a lot of the other battles in the league, I think a lot of the teams towards the bottom of the table this season have actually tried to go for it a wee bit more. And Ross County maybe not so much in more recent games, but definitely at the start of the season. And once again, they need defenders if they want to do that. So I do agree with you, though. I think a defender is probably in the top of the list for Ross County. Plus, they have got some decent players moving forward already.
Stuart's
so,
good as well, yeah. It's
so
just
I
getting
think-
him back fully fit. I think that's where they've kind of dropped off. You have to get Billy Mackay scoring as well. Centre back for me as well, mate. Centre back. What about yourself, Gogs?
yeah, centre half.
Centre half. Div, is that a full select?
Yeah,
Is it?
centre half.
Jesus, boys, nice. Right, let's move on to St Mirren.
Maybe we can agree on something.
And they've actually done quite a bit of business. So, Div, I'm going to hand this to you, mate. Like St Mirren,
Yeah.
break it down. Jesus Christ.
I'm really impressed with the intent that
Same.
St Mirren have showed actually in signing Conor McCarthy for Cork City, Jamie McGrath from Dundalk, and Akin Femawo, I can't say his second name, from Norwich City on loan. Conor McCarthy, especially, I think I'll be excited to see how these boys do. And do you know what? More than anything, I'm just very impressed with the intent that they've shown, because a lot of clubs similar to St Mirren, they just kind of save their money and they survive year in, year out, or they get relegated or whatever. But for them to go and do this in January, I'm loving it, to be honest, and I'm really enjoying watching St Mirren play as well.
You can't say I couldn't be happier for them because they're playing football the right way. They've maybe not got the results, but they've weirdly just went out and decided, you know what, let's go and get people. I mean, McGrath has actually played 6 games in Europe. They've got him in.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 4 of them was in Europe, the Champions League qualifiers, and then 2 in the Europa League qualifiers, obviously. But still, that's a decent signing for St Mirren. You've got to look at that. Obviously, on the maybe the sad side, or anything like, because someone who's played a lot of time in Scottish football is obviously Tansey. Big Tans, that's what I call him. Big Tansey has actually retired. Someone with quite a bit of talent, but never quite clicked. I think we talked about him before, Ryan, when it was just me and you. We talked about it looked like he was going to bang, but it just never quite happened. And unfortunately, he's retired now. And the other one, though, I think, Tansey's retired, as McLaughlin. As he went back, is his loan being cut? The centre half for St Mirren? Because that could be a problem if that's been confirmed. Because there's a rumour that his loan is going to be cut and he's going to return back to Hull, which could be massive if that's true, because he's played 21 times so far in the league, 21 times so far for them already, scoring a goal and an assist. So that could be a bitter blow, but that might be why they brought in the young centre-half Ireland as well. So we'll see how it goes, but I just hope it works out for them, just genuinely, because I like them.
I feel like Owen Kearney's still in charge with the signings for Ireland coming out.
Nice.
I feel like he done what he was there, but no, that's good. Good intent for St Mirren, as we've already spoke. But I think another positive.
Chairman, fair play.
They've kept the hands on the goalkeeper for so far 13 days in, who's been linked. Even with Rangers, I believe he was linked to, wasn't he?
I don't know about
that. But he's been linked to some good performances from him, and St Mirren, one of the teams that need to keep their hands on the players. So, I mean, I think everything's been pretty much said about the ball. Once again, players who I've never seen play, but the way that I've read into them and such, I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. A team who have also this season been very positive to watch at times.
That's the thing about Scottish football that I think is underrated, that a lot of our clubs need to get really creative when it comes to recruiting players. We've seen Rangers dip into the Croatian market and do really well. Celtic dip into the Polish and other different places, Motherwell and the lower leagues in England and all that sort of stuff. And
Celtic have done just look at the 3 French players that we've brought in, that's
them as well. But our clubs need to get really creative because we just simply don't have the budgets that these other teams have got. So we don't get to see all these players, but when they come in, I'm sure we'll be able to assess them a bit better.
Can I just say to the chat, honestly, I tell them they were all laughing about the size of the cup, and I said I'm bursting for a pee, and for the last minute and a half, they've just been making water and pee jokes. Do you see it? Really?
I was wondering what it was, but I wasn't sure. It's pissing down out here.
How dare you? How
Storm
dare
Brendan Rodgers.
Oh, come on.
Storm Brendan ready to attack.
Oh, no. Right, let's move on to the next team. It should have actually been the team we were actually going to speak about is St Johnstone. They should have been before St Mirren. But I'm bursting, lads, all right? I don't care what's going on anymore. But, Div, in fact, Ryan, we'll start with yourself, mate. St Johnstone. Is there any?
They've had some loans extended, so that's always great. I mean, I guess the main thing that's coming over everything is Matty Kennedy. The fact they have saved him from dripping out of their hands and it's right now that's what matters. But Ballantyne, Struvers, Joy have stayed until May. And the boy Jack Wills, I think, as well. Once again, I can't add too much. I think it's got to be quiet now. They need improvement, though. They need improvement all over.
That's it.
The 2 best strikers in the league.
Oh, aye, definitely.
Not the strikers, but I mean, if you look at Matty Kennedy, raining down on defenders, it's really, really difficult to replace him. But I'm just going to say a winger because there's no doubt that he will be sliding out of the door. So I would say a winger. They need to improve.
It's only a matter of time before players trickle out of the team, and they need to replace them, and he's one of them. So.
Et boys, Et
I never ate to anything.
Hey, I just want to shout out, by the way, with the pint. This was actually given to me by Andy, who's been a subscriber for a long time. He's kind of put up on Twitter yesterday that he's been really struggling, really ill. So I just wanted to bring the old glass because he actually gave me this as a gift. So shout out to him and hopefully that he feels better soon. I know he watches the show every week and that as well. So if you're watching, Andy, hopefully you're feeling soon, mate. We're all thinking about you. But I am really regretting filling it to the top, Andy. Gonna be honest, I'll probably be refilling it before this is finished. You know what I mean? Let's see how it goes. Right, is
just
there
put a bow at the bottom of my table, mate.
just let it go? I love it. Is there anything else we want to do? Is there anything else we actually want to talk about before we wrap up and get to the
Scottish Cup.
predictions?
That's
right.
Oh,
Do you want
I
to?
mean, that's
Do you want to predict the 6 the 12?
That's a bit much, isn't it?
Games. So,
No.
I mean, he not do want me.
Let's just do the SPFL clubs games. Let's just predict.
That's what I mean. The 12,
Aye.
the 12 teams and the
Let's do it.
Premiership.
Let's do it.
They will fight.
The only wee thing that I would like to say is an article that I read today, and it's in regards to the Old Firm viewing numbers. Over 1.4 million supporters tuned in to watch that match, and it's actually a record for Scottish football. It's up 47% viewing figures on Scottish football since the 2017-2018 season. So it just goes to show how better we're getting and how much interest is building in Scottish football. I just hope that it can be reciprocated and it can be kind of spread out throughout the full Scottish football, making it better for the fans. Boom. That's it.
Scottish football making waves.
I'd like to see. I like to say the European. I've seen it. I'd like to say the European performances as well has actually helped with that, because more and more people start to give the teams respect. So it's actually, you're seeing the benefit. Right, Ryan? Please tell me you've got this bad boy loaded up quickly.
Oh, you know here we go. I have got it. We're going to have to fly through because
yes, we are.
We've got a good few games here. Right, I'm going to go in order of what the BBC is displaying them for me. So the first game we're going to have.
Swearing, man. It's a family-friendly show.
Oh boys, my pen's running.
Fucking course.
Ryan, do you want me to give you a tip, bro?
What's that?
We are live on air, and this will be going on YouTube after, right? So see if you just ask what your predictions are. You can come back and watch and then write it down.
And before we carry on, by the way, if you want to get involved with your predictions, we're doing it very, very quickly. So get your predictions out there, Ryan.
Right, we're ready. So the first game is the Friday night game. Ibrox Rangers versus Stranraer. CJ.
7-0.
Oh, you're not going to save it for the video?
Aye, obviously. I'm just telling you. I just got really excited there. You're gonna have to tune in because I'm really. It's not gonna be 7-0, boys.
I'm gonna try to get this done in a splash.
Wow.
Right, okay.
7-0. You should have said there, Gogs.
Dev, your team against Stranraer, what are you thinking?
6-0.
6-0.
I think it'll be a good opportunity for some of the peripheral players to get a wee game and a wee run it, and I'm backing Stuart for a hat-trick.
Gogs?
Loves a brace.
5-0 to Rangers.
5-0. I'm going to go for 8-1. 8-1. I'm going to go for 8-1. I've got Stranraer bottom of League One. Come on.
I know, man.
Ashley writes in 5-0. Mark Lewis writes in 4-0. Wolf writes in 4-0 as well. Sorry, mate, I've lost your comment. Remy writes in 5-0. Stuart hat-trick. Get a wee bit of love there, Div. John Christie goes 8-0. Remy goes 5-0. And Ian Stewart says floodgates opening. Thanks, Ian. Really appreciate it.
Rightio. Aberdeen versus Dumbarton at Pittodrie. I'm going to go for a 4-0 Aberdeen win. Gogs?
3-1 to Aberdeen.
3-1 Aberdeen. Div?
3-0 to Aberdeen.
And CJ?
2-0 to Aberdeen. Keeping this one like rapid, boys. I like this. What's this? Camp? I didn't ken, mate, honestly. All I see is waterfalls right now. And Ronaldinho writes in 3-0. Chef Jamie, shout out to him, that was delicious. Writes in 2-1. And I didn't see that part, if I want to say. That's John Christie writes in 1-0 Dumbarton. Wow. 4-1 to the Sheep. What Dog writes in 3-3. And Thomas Lee writes in 1-1.
Quick shout out
to
quick shout out to the smaller teams, non-league teams who have made it this far, by the way, the likes of BSC, Glasgow, Bonnyrigg Rose. Nice to see making that far, you know, that's nice. Anyway, East Kilbride as well. Athletic as well, another one. So fair play to them making this far. Anyway, next game is Ayr versus Ross County. Mark Kerr's side. I have got the advantage being at home, but CJ, your prediction?
I am going to go with a close one, actually. I'm going to go 2-1. Home win.
Home win for Ayr, 2-1. Div?
Yes, surprised.
I'm going for a 3-2 win for Ross County.
Gogs?
I'm going to say 2 each draw, replay, 1-0 Ross County win.
Boys delivered.
So you think there's right? Hold on. You think there's going to be a replay?
Yes.
So what do
yes,
you think
in
the
this
score? What do you
competition,
think the
there are
score this
replays.
weekend was going to be though?
2-2.
2-2.
Bishop Desmond.
Right, okay. I think that Ayr are going to do the same as what they've done to Dunfermline and get a sneaky wee 1-0
CJ
win.
likes that.
Well, there we go. I think Ayr are going to sneak it.
Aye, of course you do. Anything else you want to add in there, Ryan? Alex writes in 1-0 to Ayr. Remy goes 3-2. Willie goes 3-1 to Ross County. And Redwood Squirrel writes in 3-2 to Ayr. Oh, there's a couple of people there back in Ayr. I like to see that. I think that's going to be one of the shocks. There's going to be another one, though. I think.
Yeah.
Hamilton versus Edinburgh City. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Hamilton win. Gogs.
1-0 Hamilton.
Ooh, keep it narrow. Div.
2-1 to Edinburgh City.
Oh, you think Edinburgh City are going to beat Hamilton?
Edinburgh City score a lot of goals.
Fair play. CJ.
Aki's struggle against low teams as well.
Well, that kind of beats my surprise for us. I was actually going to go with this one as 1 each. That's how I thought this one was going to finish. 1 each.
So are you playing the cards for you?
Yeah. Bornabear writes in 0-0. Jermaine Frimpong, biggest fan. Oh my days, writes in 15-0 to Hamlin. Wow. Blue Rangers writes in game to get rained off, which is probably spot on, by the way.
Aye. I think bonus points here.
Considering it's on an AstroTurf pitch.
I tell you, son, if he's right there, he gets on. Andrew writes in 1-0 to Edinburgh. And there's actually a lot of 0-0s coming in here as well from Remy. You've got Thomas as also, and with Billy K writes a 2-0 Hamilton. Spill over from the last. Yeah, of course it is. Spilling over. Of course it is, Billy K. Thanks, Paul. Next one.
Hearts versus Airdrie. I mean, could we see a wee shocker here? CJ.
No, 2-0 to Hearts.
Div.
1-0.
Oh, fuck me, man. Can you imagine the meltdown? Almost bad as Celtic.
I'm back in Div here. I'm going 1 each draw.
1 each draw. And I'm going to go for a 3-1 Hearts win.
3-1 Hearts win. That's exactly what Xander writes in 3-1 to there. Hodge writes in Airdrie 1-0. 1877 Rab writes in 2-0 to Airdrie. And Callum writes in 1-0 to Hearts.
Okay, that means the next game on the cards is Kilmarnock versus Queen's Park. Div, do you want to start us off?
Kilmarnock Queen's Park, I think 4-0 to Kelly.
4-0 Kelly. Gogs?
I think 3-1 Kelly.
I think 3-0 Kelly. And CJ?
This is one of the ends I've got down for a shot. 1-0.
To Queen's Park?
Yep.
Well,
I don't know. I legit looked at this and I was like...
To be fair, the Premiership teams haven't played in a couple of weeks, so they could be caught cold.
Queen's Park are gash though, man.
Just turned professional.
Irrelevant.
Charlie writes in 3-0 to Kilmarnock. John goes 5-0 to QPR. Adam writes in 3-0.
QPR?
Even did you see my face? I caught that as well. I went. And Callum writes in, I think that was 3-0 before I actually lost that. And Cammy McFarlane writes in 3-0 to QP. We are shite. Sorry, Cammy.
Cammy boy, come on, son. Come on. Life is better than this.
We have got the next game, Livingston versus League One leaders Raith Rovers at the Tony Macaroni. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Raith Rovers win.
Holy
Dogs.
Holy ass.
Also, in your corner, I'm saying 2-1 Raith.
Similar thing. The great minds of the show think alike. Div.
Shut it, Specky.
Someone said that before.
Oh yes, Specky Tube. He loved that. He loves it.
Don't you forget it.
Because that's his hero. 2-0 to Levy.
2-0 and CJ.
You can me, I always back them at the Tony Macaroni, so I'll go 2-0 as well. 2-0 to Livy. Scott writes in 3-1 to Livy. Jack writes in 3-2 to Livy. Jamie writes in 3-2 to Livy. And Exotic writes in 1-0 to the Spaghetti Head. Sorry.
All right, next game is St Johnson.
How many games is there? Can we
St
just...
Johnson. Only
Every
a couple more. Only a couple more after this. Don't worry, we're close. We're close.
Am I
Right,
in a game show? Am I getting pumped?
We'll fly through here. We'll fly through. St Johnson versus Greenock Morton at the McDermott Park. Morton off the back of beating Dunfermline 3-2 at the weekend, so I'm going to go back Morton for a 1-0 win. Gogs.
I'm saying 0-0. This is my 0-0 of the weekend.
Div
1-0 St Johnson.
and CJ.
I hate to say it, but I agree with Gogs. It's my 0-0 of the week. There's always one.
No. Fair play.
It's going to be dry.
Thanks, Gogsy. We're pals again. John Christie writes in 1-0 to Morton. Cammy writes in 3-1. Aero writes in 2-2. Darren writes in 2-1 to Morton. And Connor actually goes for a 6-goal thriller to 4-2 win for St Johnson. That's quite a big one. Right. Yeah.
Right, okay. St Mirren versus Broxburn Athletic, CJ.
I wasn't listening. It's got the water's at my ears now. I feel like, what was that? What were you saying?
St Mirren versus Broxburn. On you go.
Aye, St Mirren 5-0.
St Mirren 5-0. Div.
3-1 to St Mirren.
Gogs.
4-2 to St Mirren.
You said 4. What did you say? 4-0?
4-2.
4-2. Oh, 4-2. I'm going to go for a 4-1 to St Mirren.
Michael writes in 5-1 to St Mirren. Charlie writes in 4-0 to St Mirren. Callum actually goes 10-0 to Broxburn. Shout out to them, man. Rab writes in 2-0 to the Saints. And the last one read out comes from Ashley. She writes in 4-0 to St Mirren.
We're nearly there, boys. We're nearly there. 3 more games.
Hurry up. I need to boost.
So do I as well. Right. Right. Partick Thistle versus Celtic Firhill. I'm going to go for a 4-0 Celtic win. Gogs.
Firhill for thrills. 6-1 to Celtic.
Div.
6-0.
And CJ.
5-0.
Celtic always get Partick.
Partick Thistle.
Oh, hi. We always do. Seems like I'll be there. I've got my ticket.
Dylan writes in 9-0 to Celtic. Celtic goes 2-0 to Thistle. Partick. Jamie goes 3-2. I'm buckling you. And Adam writes in 3-0 to Partick as well.
Fair play. Dundee Motherwell Gogs.
Oh, yeah, you got away with that, didn't you? That was almost a repeat of last year.
I'm going to go with 2-0 win for the Well.
2-0 for the Well. You've actually backed him.
I actually like it.
Fair play. It's a new him. New year, new him.
New decade, new me.
Ryan's froze.
Yeah, great. There we go. 3-1, I said to Motherwell. Div.
Cheers, mate. 3-1 Motherwell as well.
Right, and CJ.
I don't care who we're talking about, so 2 each.
Dundee Motherwell, you clown. Listen. Right, and finally, your last game.
You fat
Let's get it done. The last game. Ladies and gentlemen, Tannadice Beckons for Dundee United versus Hibs, and what will be maybe the game of the round.
Woo! Shanklin, 10 bits.
CJ, start us off. The 2 teams you love most.
I'd rather push myself. I'll go 2-1 Hibs. I think Shanks will score though.
2-1 Hibs. Div.
3-1 Hibs.
Gogs.
Desmond, 2-2.
I'm on your side, 2 each as well.
Ewan writes in 1-0 to Shanklin United. Stan Rose writes in 4-1. And Errol writes in 4-2 to Hibs. And the last one read it comes from Adamski Gaming. He writes in 5-5-5-5-5 nil to Dundee. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It has been a fantastically long Spfl show. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I did apart from the last 10 minutes where it's just became pure pain. But we're just going to do this very quickly. And this is going to be the outro. So, Gogsy, tell them where they can find you on the internet, son.
On Instagram at Gogsy-san, on YouTube at Gogsy99.
Ryan, please hurry up.
There, that's what. Type that into YouTube and you'll find me.
But you will not find the match recap. Sharpdiv?
Sharpdiv on YouTube, Sharpdiv on Instagram.
And shout out to every single person who's just been ripping me to shreds for the last 10 minutes to get me to piss myself. Thanks. And I'll be sieging over it too. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back next week. And bye. And then we're still alive right now.